So hello guys, welcome back. This is Where We Found, and we're back with I think it's what we could call a bumper episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, some great finds coming up.
3 coin spills. I mean, what more do you want than that? Most coins Where We Found has ever found in one day. I mean, can I sell it to you anymore?
So we're back in the field we were in last week.
Yeah.
If you watched last week's episode, which I hope you did.
Because we had some great finds on that one. We had Roman, we had medieval, we had everything else in between.
Yeah,
so I think that was a great day.
So we had to get back in there.
Had to get back in there. And then this time we're following the footpath that we found last week, which we were touched a little bit last week.
Yeah.
And this time we're following it in this field and then in the next field beyond.
Yeah,
And,
so it's...
well, footpath's a great place to detect. If you got one on your permission, I suggest you check it out.
Yeah, coin shooting.
Coin shooting all day long. So, shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
I think we'll kick it off with a little bit of, would we call this interesting trash?
I mean, I know if someone's asked us to restore it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to put it in.
Sometimes they have nice details on
Sometimes. We'll have to put it in some, scary liquid or something. Let's see if it comes up. But a bit of padlock, that's not a bad sign.
No.
And then, this might be one of the cleanest pennies we pulled out of the ground.
Ooh.
Look at that, edge of the 7th. It's
What
beauty.
details.
Yeah. Because normally,
Beautiful.
they've got that ingrained dirt in them that's really hard to get off. But, super clean, that one's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
colour on it's popping.
Popping. I love it when they're that green. I think that was a 1910 one, that one.
The first coin of the day.
First coin of the day and the first coin of the coin spill, I believe.
Oh,
Well-
yes, that's right, because this sort of turns into...
Turns into a coin spill day. That's why you should always check your holes twice.
Yeah.
And this one.
Another one.
This one, I think this is the little Vicky halfpenny that's just
Oh,
hiding
yeah.
in there. The oldest one of the lot.
Mm.
I always find it fascinating that the Victorians and the Georges and the Edwards are all just mingling around together.
I guess the time frame is not very big.
Suppose.
Like a decade, two couple decades really.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine another monarch battling around with Lizzie.
No.
You can't imagine it. So here we are, hunting. Oh, we've still got the Garrett carrot. I miss her.
We've upgraded.
We've upgraded. Though I am getting on very well with the new one. The XP MI5 is a very good pointer. I think this is one of the other halfpennies we pulled out.
Yeah, because I remember these ones were all incredibly close to each other. They weren't in the same hole.
No, it was a hole and then a hole next to each other.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we were just too far to the edge, so we just dug another hole to make it easier, I think. I mean, we're right underneath a massive tree as well, so I think that was really...
Yeah, I think we kind of had this idea that maybe people would sitting under the tree or
having their lunch,
climbing the tree and
dropping
drop things.
Dropping their pennies, or their half pennies as it seems. What's that just there? Is that good? That's a penny there.
Yeah.
I think that's the George V penny.
Yeah, it's quite a
It
beast.
was a beastie one, that one. It was a lovely one. Just love the colour that come out. Nothing is quite that green, is it?
No.
Nothing is.
See the date or anything.
It's George V, that one. And then we've got a couple more half pennies to come. It was a big old coin spill, this one. Not as big as our last one.
No.
Nothing will beat 13 coins with 4 of them being silver.
If you haven't watched that episode already.
Go and check it out. Little halfpenny. They were all definitely from the same
Yeah,
loss.
you can see the ship.
The ship, the famous ship.
What's it called?
Is it the Mary? Is it the Rose?
I don't know.
The Rose? What, you put me on the spot there. Is it that? I don't know if it is that.
I don't know.
It's some kind of galleon ship, isn't it? Is it a famous
It
ship?
has a name. Yeah.
Oh, it's X. I could probably type it up.
Quick get on Google. Because we've got another one.
Oh.
The ship we know nothing about. I'm pretty sure we've done a
We've done a
post on
post
it.
about it. We've done a post
You
about
get
it.
the phone out.
We're going to find it. We're going to find it. We've done a post about it. But I believe it was when? This is why we can't remember. Francis Drake Golden Hind. That's
Yeah,
the
so
one.
you can share that, tell that information.
The Golden Hind is a classic 16th century warship and was the first ship to complete a full circumnavigation of the globe in Drake's famous voyage 1577 to 1580. See, it's all the facts are on our Instagram. If you ever feel like you're not getting enough information, just have a scroll because it's all here. It's all here. The original ship has since disintegrated because
Good
it
to
was
know.
yeah, just good to know. But the only survivor is a chair which was carved from its timbers, which is in the Bodleian Library in Oxford.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go. Facts for you. In fact, this halfpenny is the first one not to feature Britannia.
Oh, that's true.
Changing something that's been around for centuries.
Yeah.
So I don't think this was the full roundup, all
Yeah,
6
this
coins.
is a little update on where we're at.
So we got the Edward there, the Vicky there, that's the George V, and then I think we've got 3 George VI halfpennies. It must have been like a lot around World War II, because that's your latest date's 44.
Then that was a great way to start the day.
Definitely. I mean, that had us
Few more finds to come.
that had us buzzing for the day though, didn't it?
Yeah.
We were like, what a good field! We were like, yeah, especially after last week. The edge digger's coming back out. The edge digger looks quite clean there. It doesn't have much blue left on it anymore. It's been a bit battered now.
Trying to think, are we still in the manor house field or have we moved on?
I think we're still in the manor house field because we had, if you remember, I don't know if it's this one, but we had one more find that was near the coin spill, similar to the coin spill, but not quite related.
But I get itchy feet quite easily, don't I?
Yeah. And you have to walk off. You will normally take 2 steps and find something epic. That's always what happens.
Need to go into a new field.
Yeah. Because this one was quirky little find, this one.
Oh, how can I forget this one?
Yeah.
This one was great.
This is one of your favourite finds. How can you forget it? You know you love your unusual pennies. It's so weird, this one. It was a little 1928 George V halfpenny, completely wrapped in wire.
all wrapped in wire.
Completely. I mean, it's probably some kind of homemade battery, but like some people have suggested it's some kind of like omen, haven't they?
Oh, like an
An
offering.
offering. Or like a voodoo thing.
A voodoo thing. A voodoo thing.
I do think it's some kind of battery. Yeah, because we moved fields. We've got a lot of pasture fields on this side that we are at the minute, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we just hop up into the next one.
Sort of, yeah. Gate hopping.
Gate hopping. Sometimes Rowan fan likes to go on what we call small hikes during our digging, and it sometimes pays off for us.
Oh, there's a little button.
So I think Little Button was the first one that we kick it off with. But this is we're right on. Oh yeah, that's trash. But I believe we were
cat. What's it say on it?
3 mils. 3. I think it's a whiskey bottle tapped before, to be honest. I believe we were following a public footpath, weren't we?
Yeah.
We found this old public footpath last week, and then this week we wanted to continue it into the next field along that it goes up to.
That makes sense why we moved then.
Yeah. Oh look, this is one of your favourite targets, Lucy.
14.
14. What do you think it's going to be?
Well, they can either be good or bad. Pennies or moon pools.
I have a feeling this one might be bad. Just got that feeling. What do you think it's going to be? Or is it going to be a hammy?
I think it's because it sounded a bit too good to be true.
It's when they always sound too good to be true, is when you always make me dig them and they're always like a fat ring pull. Or a pull tab one, they sound nice.
You just can't dismiss them.
You can't dismiss them. Okay, that could easily have just been a hammer coin just sitting there.
Yeah.
And you just wouldn't have dug it because you'd be like, that's a pull tab. Always dig them. That's the end, that's the tip there, isn't it? Just always dig them. If you don't know, dig them.
If you don't know. Oh,
there it is, look. And that little glint of silver as well. It's a ring pull.
That's so sneaky when it's in a little clod.
I don't like it when it's in the clod. It's because the coins always tend to come up in a little coin ball, don't they? I don't know why. They do like to get in the little coin balls. What am I looking for?
Have you got like a horseshoe or something?
What are we doing? What am I ratting about for?
I don't know. I've got another signal.
What signal have we got here? Is that a pound?
Might be a pound.
It looks like a pound to me.
Chunky little coin.
Chunky little coin. Definitely a pound. That's fully a pound.
So were you ratting ages for?
Ratting for pounds. Yeah, Rowan Farr's got to make that dollar somehow. We'll find it all on the ground. It'll be in there somewhere. Pound by pound, 10p by 10p. What have we got here, do you think?
Well, we did have another coin spill today.
We had a few more coin spills.
Oh, 2 more.
We've got 2 more coin spills coming up. Because this is our biggest ever, coin haul from one day. But I think this is my favourite one. If I'm right, this is definitely my favourite one. Because I think it's just... Oh.
Is it coming out?
There it is, look. That's our first little... So if you see... I mean... It's just not often that they come up like that, is it?
No. It's a really, really good neck.
Beautiful Williamford halfpenny. Like, look at that.
Ooh.
Of the full, like, Willem versus Unina all the way around the edge. Like, look at his head. I believe I was, like, so buzzing when we found these.
Yeah, and we ended up finding a couple more.
Yeah. Well, it's because, like, even though it's just a copper coin, like, it's not silver or anything, but they're just, like, that almost makes it more special.
You always find them toasted, that's the
Yeah.
thing. So, like, to find one that's actually legible
I would
is
say,
a
like,
treat.
in almost mint condition.
Yeah.
Like, if you check out the pictures on our Instagram, they are pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular coins.
Yeah, they photographed so well.
It's almost as if they were dropped only, like, yesterday. It literally is. Look, because there's another one. Look how green they are. They almost look like your later Victorian coins because they were just so green, so shiny.
And that's the thing, we're just not used to seeing that, like, portrait on them.
No, and we're not used to not with that beautiful
usually
patina on them.
I've actually never. Sometimes you'll get the faint outline, but to have both sides as well, Britannia
And William, and
yeah.
to see like the outline of his hair and like his wreath and like everything that, even his like little armour that he's wearing is, it's just like you don't find them like that. I almost find it more special than silver. Because silver, you know, it will pretty much always be in good condition.
Unless they've been turned into love tokens.
Unless they've been turned into love tokens. But like, stuff like this just doesn't come up every day.
No.
Doesn't come up every day. Especially as like a coin. Like, that's what I'm into. I'm finding the coins and stuff. That was like...
And I was like frantically like checking this
for more.
whole area.
Because you got in the zone and you were like, there's more
And these
here.
were really deep.
They were deep.
So
yeah.
like, that's sort of something with that we kind of weren't able to achieve with the Vanquish.
Yeah.
Like with the knots, like we're definitely able to get like a lot deeper targets.
Definitely.
Oh,
Look,
there
there it is. That's the final one. But the fact that there were 3 just sitting there. But I also remember how desperate we were.
I was hoping for like
for silver.
A bit of milled
Gold
or silver.
Milled gold or silver. I remember how desperate we
Unfortunately
were.
not.
That whole hole has literally been like gridded several times over in like every possible
I always
angle.
like check it as well.
Every time we go past it, we're like, just check, there we go, that's where we found the Williams. Because what is it like, you know, that those 3 pieces of copper and not a single bit of something a bit?
Just, you never know, maybe they'll turn that one.
Yeah, maybe they will turn that one day. Maybe it just wasn't our day that day. And then I think this was our final coin
This
spill.
was not too far away, which was quite funny.
It was quite funny was that we had what? So we had William halfpennies, which were like what, 1689, 1702, just sat here, and then this was our final coin spill of the day. And I believe it totaled about, it was either 2 or like £3.56 or something like that.
That was the first one.
There's the 20p, look.
£1.
So it's the fact that you've had, well, a steward has lost their contents of a pocket in one place, and then literally somebody, 300 or 400 years later, has sat in the exact same spot and lost the contents of their pocket.
I know, it's quite like incredible, isn't it?
It is incredible.
People don't change, do they?
People have the same habits.
Yeah.
Some steward sat there and was like, oh, this is a really lovely place to have my sandwich. And then
Someone else. has
hundreds
done
of
it.
years later, someone else done the same thing and lost the same, probably a
It's probably
similar
like-
value.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Because I think we had a couple of pounds in his. I remember there being quite a few 20p's, and then a couple of 2p's and stuff like that.
Maybe it all adds up to a grand total.
Oh, I believe it's something like £3.26 or £2.56. It's one of those silly numbers. Oh, we've got 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 82, £2.82. Oh, it's £2.83 because we had a penny, that was it.
Ah, yeah.
It's £2.83. Probably the same amount as Williams.
Yeah, probably.
Someone would have been just as fuming as that steward to lose his cash. Because I believe we then went back down and followed the footpath back
Yeah,
down.
because we had
again.
to get back to the car, didn't
But yeah,
we?
there was one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
And we always have to swing our way out.
Always swing our way out, don't we?
Because we always know that if we don't, that'll be when we walk over. Like that fine, won't it?
Well, it's a classic room found thing to find like a good find at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what that is.
I have no idea what that is. I think it's like the end of like a big. I don't know.
Does anyone know what that is?
I have no idea what that. It's some kind of farm machinery. It's not old.
That's not very special.
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Cap or something.
Yeah. But the Rover Fan special is that fan of the day, which I think this is that fan of the day. Because it's getting a little bit dusky, see, and we're just on our way out.
Oh yeah.
And then just hiding here.
Oh.
Look at
I
that.
mean, you can't not end the day with a little piece of silver.
Yeah, that's true. We weren't treated to it in our Williams spill, so we just had to have it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think this was a lovely one, this one. Look at the little long cross. Quite badly clipped, and the obverse is like really quite gone.
Yeah, so we can't quite identify which Edward
One
it
of the
is.
Edwards. It's definitely a Durham mint, we've worked that out.
Yeah, that's sort of written in the legend.
But still,
But unfortunately, which Edward is...
has been completely...
Yeah, there's just
Worn.
no detail, really. Not enough to get a clear ID.
But still, that made the day. Well, no,
Oh, man.
the Williams made the day for me.
Well, that's just a little cherry on top of it.
That was just like a little adding to the trifle, the digging trifle of the day.
trifle.
Yeah, almost as a digging trifle, the amount of coins we had.
All those layers.
All those layers. There's layers of history.
Oh, that's funny.
It is. So that was a pretty epic day for us, I think. 3 coin spills, pretty happy with
Oh
that.
yeah, I mean, this doesn't really get much more exciting.
Doesn't get much better than that. So if you liked what you've seen, make sure to check out our channel, because we tend to do one of these once a week. And next week we'll have a pretty epic adventure for you, won't we?
Yeah, because we're off to Rodney Cook
Yeah, we've been
Memorial Weekender with LP.
Yeah, we've been treated by LP, we've been taken to Rodney Cook, and we're very excited and
We're
looking
camping.
forward to it. We're camping! The Rover Found tent's coming out! So if you spot us,
The Roman Fan Gazebo.
so if you spot us, come and say hi.
Yeah, next week's episode will be a little bit different.
A little bit different, we're going to try out some new filming. At
Oh
Rodney
yeah,
Cook, aren't we? Yeah.
should be good.
We might try some on-site filming. We'll see what we do. Make sure to give us a like, comment, check out our channel if you like what we've seen, give us a subscribe, and I hope to see you again.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you.